Real YouTube is like Mudkip. Please like this video if you remember. So I heard you like Mudkips, which was a meme when I was a child. Well, like a teenager. Memes were first starting to be a thing when I was like young. I remember I would go on this website, some terrible website, and just like memes have evolved so much. If you were younger than me by a couple of years, you probably are used to good memes. Back in my day, we didn't have good memes. We had like Bad Luck Brian and like Success Baby, the original memes. There's probably memes even before that, to be honest. Anyway, I don't know why I'm talking about that. Oh yeah, because So I Heard You Like Mudkips was also a meme. Anyway, so there I was thinking about which video I would gift to the people today. Sorry, I think I should rephrase that. Thinking about which video I would inflict upon my poor viewers today. I think that sounds better. Anyway, and this is one that I've been meaning to do for a while. This, for those of you who don't know, is truly something incredible. It's by legendary YouTubist Alpharad, who's also a friend of mine. And actually, I saw this video before I ever, like, knew Alpharad. Like, before we were friends, like, before we talked. I saw this, like, a fairly long time ago, I think. And I haven't watched it since, so I don't really remember much about this. Frankly, I don't remember anything about this except that it involves Mudkip and my boy Alpharad. But I think it's a really cool idea, you know? I mean, the title of the video makes it pretty clear what he's going to try and do. Can you beat Pokemon Emerald with only Mudkip? However, I think what's cool about this one is that, at least off the top of my head, I know that Mudkip actually has a lot of the HM moves. So, for example, like, let's say I wanted to beat Pokemon Emerald with only, like, Pikachu, right? Technically, you couldn't do it. You'd have to catch other Pokemon, I think, because of the way that HMs work. Like, Pikachu can't learn Surf. Well, actually, okay, Pikachu can learn Surf. But, like, I don't think it can learn Dive unless I've really missed something crucial. And so, yeah, so technically, I don't think you could do something like that. However, at least off the top of my head, Mudkip should be able to learn the more essential HMs like Surf, obviously Dive, Strength, Rock Smash. It should learn most of the HMs that are in this game. And so, yeah, I'm curious to see, like, the applications here. I also really like the style of video where, like, it's post-commentated and then, like, animated. I think that's super cool. So, yeah, I mean, this is a great video. It's, you know, has a lot of views, and people really enjoy it, and I remember enjoying it when I watched it, so I figured we could all watch it together, and I can give you maybe some, if there's any competitive analysis I can offer, I will do my best, but, yeah, other than that, let's just go ahead and see what Internet Funny Man has to say about this.
Pokemon is all about catching them all. Well, I mean, it was until recently. Anyways, I was...
So I don't like the start. I'm gonna be honest. I guess this was been right after the National Dex was released, or maybe when that was still a popular topic. Come on, Alpha. Don't do this to me. So I guess to be clear, I'm not really like a fan of the Bring Back National Dex movement. Oh, I'm gonna get to pay for this one. For a number of reasons. I've talked about it a lot, like, over time. But also, like, actually, you know what, never mind. I love Bring Back National Dex. Yes, you know what? Yeah, I agree. Good comment, Alpharad.
I was just curious to how
sometimes you gotta stop digging, and that was a time to stop digging.
little you could explore in a game like Pokemon. I looked at Pokemon Emerald and wondered if it would be possible to go from receiving your starter to becoming the champion.
By the way, the animation is already sick. Like, that's already really good animation. Especially, I'm glad I chose this frame to stop on. Yeah, also, I really like that he did Emerald because, yeah, that's what Emerald and Platinum are my two favorite games, so it's really cool to see this in, yeah. Like, I don't know, I really love Emerald. It's a phenomenal game, so, yeah.
Without catching a single Pokemon. The first obstacle
I also like the premise of this challenge. I think, like, it's just very funny because in Can You Beat Pokemon Platinum with No Damage run, like the No Damage runs, like, it has a very different vibe than Can You Beat It with only your starter. Like, I don't know, this is goofier in some way, and I can't really describe why, but yeah, I think it's funny.
Comes to mind is what to do about the HMs that are required to traverse through the Hoenn region. A fun fact about the 8 HMs in this region is that only 5 of them are required. With 3 of them being water-based moves, it made sense to pick Mudkip since he can also learn the other 2 required that are Strength and Rock Smash. I'm not really allowing much leeway.
I kind of forgot that Fly was an HM, but yeah, you don't need Fly to beat the game.
On the catching Pokemon thing, if it's a legendary, that's free XP, and if it's shiny, you gotta kill it, and that's just heartbreaking. Our precious little Mudkip may leave a lot to be desired when it comes to his stats.
His stats actually aren't as bad as I would have expected. Like, they're not, like, base 70 attack is, they're pretty bad.
The reason for this is that no rational human being would pick this set of stats over these, but that's where I come in.
Yeah, those
and
are
say,
better.
oh boy, I love an arbitrary challenge with an odd set of win conditions. The heart of this challenge really stems from asking, could I instead of should I?
A man after my own heart. Let's go.
And that's how we ended up here. Upon being gifted my Pikachu by Professor Birch,
Yeah.
I immediately went into the grass and started grinding. I beat my rival, talked to my dad who focuses on work instead of me, watched Wally learn what a Pokemon was, and then I made it to Petalburg Woods. Nothing interesting really happens here since it's just the path towards the rock gym, and let this serve as a reminder that I picked the water-type Pokemon. Inside the gym are little
Wait, is Nincada ground type? I think it is. It is ground type. That's very strange. I actually really like Nincada and the evolution methods, just as like an aside. I think that's really cool.
Pikachu had his first attempt at evolution, only to be denied by a single press of the B button. It really makes you wonder if being blue-ballsed in the middle of your metamorphosis hurts, but I mean, you'll get used to it since there's a whole lot of this down.
Also, Nosepass in this game looks more disturbing than any other game. I don't know if anyone agrees with me, but like the way that they draw the nose in Emerald, or in Gen 3 specifically, it's like way worse than any other game.
Road. The easiest solution to this is to get Neverstone, but that's boring. I'm just cheating. It's just this arbitrary rule I just made up. Anyways, Roxanne lost my
I thought he was gonna use Neverstone. He doesn't.
Already over-leveled Mudkip. We retrieved an old man's lost dog and then set sail on the haha boat.
Pico is a giraffe. He's not the dog. Just put some respect on Pico.
We then arrived in this granite cave and a mysterious hiker offers us Flash. We then walked off, looked at him over our shoulder and said, wow, thanks for nothing. The hard part about caves in this run is that you don't have Flash, which means you can't see and you have to walk through the caves by memory alone. Lucky for me, I played this game hundreds of times as a dumb stupid kid at the dumb stupid after school program.
Hundreds of times? I thought I played Emerald a lot. I have like 500 hours in my Emerald game originally.
In third grade because my real life dad didn't have time for me. We then find Steven, who gives us the first useless piece of information for a Mudkip only user, which means it's now time to fight the second gym leader. I tried to fight
I forgot that one was the darkness one.
every trainer I could in the building, but it wasn't enough for this underdeveloped Mudkip. So naturally, I resorted
Okay, sorry. Something that I like about this run is that it's less stressful to watch because he's allowed to wipe out, you know? Unlike the no damage run where it's like every single turn, in theory, if you like mess up, then like your run is over. Like his run isn't ending. He's just trying to beat the game. He's not just trying to beat the game. The challenge is difficult, but like, yeah, like there's no like if X happens, then I lose everything I've worked on, and I like that. It's more relaxed to watch. Like I'm not worried. Like it's okay if he loses to a gym leader. You know, it's not a Nuzlocke or anything.
To bullying kids on the beach until that magically became enough to earn another gym badge. After that, we fought Team Aqua, beat our rival again somehow. Like I really don't know how I did this one. And then approached Mauville City, which held potentially the hardest part of this entire run. The electric gym leader. The balance of this in the Hoenn region is that if you're going the water type, your Marshtomp should already be half ground.
Why do they draw him like that? I don't like that at all.
Type by now, thus being immune to electric moves. Sadly, that is not how this story goes.
Wait, how is he gonna beat the double battle gym? This is the gen with some double battles.
You really just have to allow your Pokemon to pop as many pills as you can before you inevitably run out of money. Don't do drugs, kids. Your best bet is using Mud Slap, a move with low power that lowers your opponent's accuracy, but they only use Shockwave, which has a 101% accuracy, so it's just like, shit. I'd like to say that I eventually won this battle through sheer willpower alone, but I'll be honest and say that the AI just messed up and hit me with the Howl instead of Shockwave, which falls under one of the most we take those kinds of wins I've ever seen.
I thought maybe he would like have some strategy. Like, I don't know, maybe get like a Wackenberry or, I don't know, like use a bunch of X items, but I like that better, actually.
But we pick those. This gym badge allows us to use Rock Smash, which is an actual move we will actually use. You can then use Rock Smash to get strength, and this is an actual move that we will even actually use. At this point, you're starting to figure out that the Mudkip we carry is going to be void of an actual moveset since we have to use all these HMs to navigate through Hoenn. You can go to the move deleter, sure, but to get through Victory Road, you need Strength, Waterfall, Surf, and Rock Smash, and we're lucky Dive isn't required, otherwise it wouldn't be possible. On our way to some story-related missions, we walk through the Fiery Cave.
I love how overleveled he is. Level 38 to level like 18 wilds.
Really isn't
15
adventurous over here except TM06 Toxic hiding behind a boulder, but we'll get to that later. After that, we run into Team Magma, go through a forest, and then fight the 4th gym leader who specializes
Did anyone else when you were playing Emerald have such a hard time finding the magma base? It's so well hidden. It's so well hidden. Oh, this is secret base generation. Emerald is such a good game, honestly. I love Emerald. Such an amazing game.
Which, again, let me remind you that I chose the water Pokemon. Upon receiving the 4th gym badge, our journey puts us in a beeline towards the 5th one. I definitely thought that this was going to be the gatekeeper for me. Norman's Pokemon had all the tools to absolutely...
Yeah, how is it going to beat Slaking? Oh, no. Oh! Wow.
Absolutely steamroll me, and at this point, I guess I just severely underestimated the growth of my Mudkip.
Oh, it's level 45.
Norman sent out Slacking. I was worried about being sat on in a hilarious fashion by this humongous beast, but then I remembered Slacking's ability. He can't attack every other turn.
Okay. Are we going to have some strategy? Please.
My Mudkip was faster and...
Ah, yes! Beautiful! Extremely well executed.
New dig. After denying Schrodinger's Marshtomp another chance to breathe, we took the HM Surf.
Why was that the analogy? I feel like when you're watching an Alpharad video, especially one that's like super like that's post-com. Honestly, no. Honestly, all of them. Whenever you're watching one, like there's so many jokes that are like it's just like I feel like if you paused after every sentence, you could like it would be funny. You know, like it's like so fast. The comedy is so fast-paced.
A Thunderstone,
which I really enjoy.
Pikachu, and then progress towards the weather tower. Inside, Team Aqua bombards you with the exact same shit you've seen before, and ultimately fails to overpower the strongest
48
in existence. You would think that the weather employees would be grateful for you saving their lives, and that's the problem. They are.
Oh, cast form.
Grateful, if you ask me. They offer to give you a reward for your troubles while stripping you of an option to decline. With that being said, we retrieve our 2nd Pokemon of the playthrough, and just like that,
is there a way around it?
Dead. I mean, we never caught a Pokemon.
Is there any way around that? No, there's no way.
Suppose it's not like I used a Pokeball for it. I suppose that I could just hide him in the box like a red-headed stepchild and hope he never sees the light of day. So with an additional skeleton in our closet...
That was so sad.
Steven Stone shows us another fun piece of useless information before we go into the 6th gym. I'll be honest and say that these puzzles for...
They're so hard! They're so hard! I don't know why, but they're so hard.
A bit longer than I'd like to admit, but I eventually found my way through. I debated on teaching my Mudkip Rock Tomb for this gym alone, but I trusted my precious child to eliminate. Oh my god, they're all dead. Remember when I talked about Team Aqua earlier? Yeah, just imagine that again, but this time with ghosts. Then imagine that again, but with Team Magma.
I think that's the Magma base. It's super hard to find. He didn't say anything, but I'm pretty sure it's hard to find.
Now, rocks are around. The twist here is you have to fight the leader of Team Magma, and during this fight, I kind of ran out of PP, so I thought using Dig against his Camerupt would be a fine answer.
Nope. Yeah.
But I was wrong. We got him on the run back though, so let's just focus on the positive, okay? Our next objective was to return to Slateport, and since my Mudkip could not learn Fly, no matter how many times I asked or how hard he tried, so we had to walk across the country again. This is just a...
That's so tedious. Like in Emerald, especially, I feel like that's a game where you have to like... You have to fly all over the map to get to certain like events, especially like even more than other Pokemon games. So not being able to fly is just tedious. It's just tedious.
Pointless objective that activates the next event in Lily.
Oh right,
which is
the
a
boat.
Painful process if you don't have the ability of fast travel.
Right.
And since we were in Slateport, I thought we would surf over to the abandoned ship and pick up TM13 Ice Beam, and we're just gonna put that in the bag until later. While returning to Slateport, I ran into a random encounter. Upon slaying another Tentacool, somebody asked me to fix a stream layout. As I was attempting to please a loyal viewer, I realized that I made a grave error.
It's just a lighting error. It's a white balance thing. It's like I can just slide one thing on here and make it
No.
work. Like, wait, that's saturation. That's wrong. Wait.
Yeah, so I turned the game off and went back to my last save.
Oh no!
And did it all over again.
He had to run across the whole map again.
Time was as painful as it sounds, and then I picked up Toxic along the way, defeated Team Aqua again while picking up a Master Ball that is essentially worthless, and then we found our way back to Moss Deep.
By the way, I love Moss Deep's design. Oh, double battle. I'm really curious to see what he does about the double battle gym.
It's a huge roadblock in our path because this gym clearly incentivizes double battles with its design and theme and gym leaders being Tate and Liza. Or Lisa, or Lisa, who cares? As soon as you make it to the gym leader room, they turn you away if you only have one Pokemon. To battle them, I'd have to catch another Pokemon, which would absolutely disqualify me from this challenge.
Oh, cast form.
We had a certain albino metamorphosis love child to bring back out of hiding. Surely this doesn't count as catching a Pokemon, and it's not like its inclusion really matters since he's just gonna die Zatu Psychic. From this point on, Mudkip easily won the 2v1. I
forgot it had Surf. That's very good.
Upon leaving the gym, I went out to go do what I felt was right and release Castform into the wild.
Okay, that was actually super cool. That he was forced to take Castform and then was forced to use it. I really appreciate that. I think that's really clever. Bye, Castform.
They refused. Back in the box he went and
Wait, what? Wait, what?
But they refused.
Look at that smile. He said, no, I'm staying here. This place looks cool. Wait, but why? I didn't know you could refuse. Wait, why can a Pokemon not be released? I've never heard of that. Is Scoozy?
Back in the box he went, and we went to assist Mr. Stone in a double battle. He was kind enough to allow me to choose any Pokemon I wanted, so I chose my Mudkip, and we washed the floor with these lackeys. With our journey soon coming...
I feel like an Emerald Surf doesn't hit the partner, but he keeps cutting out right before it shows whether or not it damages the partner, which is good for the editing purpose, but bad for the purpose of understanding if Surf hits the partner.
To a close, Steven finally did something of value and allowed me to teach my Mudkip a brand new HM, Dive. With this being our 4th one, Mudkip looks no different than an HM Zigzagoon slave at this point, and nevertheless, we continued our journey to the 8th gym. But before I did that, I was surfing and ran into a shiny Tentacool.
It's especially fitting that the level is nice right now.
Laughed hysterically and killed it in front of everybody. But I still forgot we had to go to the Aqua hideout, so yeah, we did that too. Then returning to Pseudopolis. They play a nice little cutscene while
music is so good.
20 questions about Rayquaza, interrogating me about their location as if a 10-year-old with a Mudkip had even heard of whatever that thing is. For whatever plot convenience reason, we trekked up to meet Slifer the Sky Dragon and he instant transmission to somewhere random, I think. Since I didn't want to attempt to imitate it by walking painfully slow, I just battled in the Sky Tower until my little Mudkip couldn't handle it anymore. Since working out just sends you to the last...
That's so smart. That's so smart. I hate how smart that is. Ah, that was so smart. That's faster, and he doesn't care about the money.
Pokemon Center you went to, it activated the next cutscene immediately. Rayquaza interrupts this fight that looks like a stare down to tell Groudon that he got insanely counterpicked. I mean, he has this tiny piece of...
Yeah, honestly, they're like Groudon and Kyogre are like equal. They're like opposites, and then you look at the cutscene and Kyogre's like, it's bath time, baby.
Has this ocean on their side. He then threw in the white flag, which caused Kyogre to dive back into the ocean, and I don't really know where Groudon went, honestly. Anyways, after seeing all 3 of those monsters, this allows our protagonist to enter the final gym and succeed in these puzzles that I definitely remember being much harder as a kid. One doesn't really serve as too much of a challenge for the beast that was created before your very eyes, but I thought it would be a very funny flex to throw a massive ball at his truly beloved. He didn't appreciate the joke very much, and to be fair, I get it. It's not really that funny. So with all 8
I thought it was funny. Hey, wait, I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny.
In hand, our journey now directs us at Evergrande City, which is honestly just one building.
That joke is good, but also he's right. It is just one building. But also, I feel like this has gone smoother than I would have expected. Like, he's done a really good job. Like, I don't know. It feels not easy for sure, but like it definitely feels like, yeah. I mean, maybe it's just the narration style because it's post-com rather than like seeing all the struggles. But yeah, I think it's cool
and nice. But first, we have to go to the move deleter and ditch Dive and learn Waterfall. Luckily, only 4 of the 5 required HMs are necessary to get through Victory Road, and if that wasn't true, the run would have just ended right here. Upon entering Victory Road, we are greeted with Wally trying to strike a pose, and we can just fast forward through all of this. He never really served as much of a
poor Wally
species of Pokemon. Victory Road is a dark and scary labyrinth, and I wasn't really about to rely on muscle memory nor flash, so I just looked up a guide and counted step by step. Nothing really exciting happens here, so we can just fast forward to the Elite Four. I stocked up on last minute supplies and sold my revives since we can't possibly use those. I called this a practice run since the moveset I was going on was full of low PP HMs, with one of them being Rock Smash, which is a hilariously awful move. This definitely sounded much harder on paper, but Mudkip kind of tore through all of the trainers.
No way. 3? Mudkip just soloed 3? There was a Cacturn on screen. I'm surprised.
Drake with only water moves that are not very effective. Rock Smash is just not, and we didn't have any ice moves. Things seemed kind of hopeless. I decided to use an Ether on Strength, and that turned out to be the saving grace here somehow.
Oh my!
Upon beating the Elite Four, we had...
Wait, he's the champion? I feel like that was kind of... he only has HM moves. He only has Mudkip with HM moves. How is he get the champion? Like, Emerald's Elite Four isn't especially easy.
one remaining challenge.
I'm very surprised.
This Mudkip has been through so much.
Oh, and it's water.
We all have in this adventure. And with our journey finally coming to... Okay,
Why
we got Toxic stalled by Wallace's Melodic and lost. Okay, whatever. At this point, I just decided that our moveset was not going to cut it.
He got Toxic earlier. He's going to reverse Toxic Stall the Toxic Stalling Milotic.
One of our moves did not even get used in the Elite Four, and the rest didn't cover what we needed it to. With Toxic and Ice Beam,
oh, he's got to go back through Victory Road.
I wanted to equip them to Mudkip, but how? We made our way back through Victory Road, picking up a much-needed PP up on the way, and arrived at the Move Deleter's house. After removing half of their HMs and giving Mudkip as close to a real moveset as I possibly could, we set out to sea and died. You know, since this would warp our...
That's so smart, because I was thinking... That's actually Gigantamax brain. Gigantamax brain. Whatever. Like, because the thing is that, in order to get back through Victory Road, he needs all the HMs. So, yeah, you can go delete them, but without Fly, you can't get back to Evergrande, right? So, there's no way for you to get the moves, but if you heal out Evergrande and then wipe out, that's
trainer back to the
so smart.
And the HMs required to get through Victory Road were no longer applicable. This time was going to be different. Each move was strategically picked for each trainer. A lot of Pokemon were die to Surf alone given stat bonus, but we also had strength to cover the matchups with weak defense or who were strong to water. With everything in place, Mudkip was unchained, storming through trainer after trainer. Okay, and then Glalie just used self-destruct.
Kaboom.
This time.
Okay, so I think so I'm not positive, but I know that in Gen 4, Explosion halved your defense before it hit. And it might be the same in Emerald, so basically, like, yeah, if something uses Explosion, your Pokemon's gone. So that might be one, just little fun fact. I'm not positive if it's in Gen 3 as well, but definitely in Gen 4, Explosion would have the defense of anything it hit, before it hit. So it was effectively a 500 base power move. And that's a single target attack, so yeah, there's no way Mudkip lives.
Time for sure. After arriving at Phoebe's battle, I realized the last battle her Dusclops exerts pressure, which is bad for my limited move pool. I also noticed that he opens with Protect and would keep spamming it until one connected. Knowing that he could use this move 10 times, I decided that I would just buff Mudkip up as much as possible, and then on the 11th term, the beefiest Mudkip you've ever seen slaughtered all of the goat.
I like when people take advantage of stupid in-game trainers.
I used a similar strategy for the next trainer, since Mudkip lived in constant fear of being exploded on by a living snowball. When it came to Drake, the difficulty of the last run went away, since Ice Beam was the perfect tool to destroy everything he loves, which finally brought us back to Wallace. I took my time and beefed up against his Wailord, which I feel like if that Pokemon ever gets Dynamax, stadiums are going to collapse. With Ludicolo...
Isn't Wailord coming back in the DLC? Because I'm pretty sure it is.
Giga Drain, this could serve as a huge problem. Being that I had to heal each time he used it, I just waited until he used the move 5 times and then Ice Beamed him down. Wallace's Tentacruel is by far
but he's still
the
leech
least
seed.
threatening Pokemon he has, so this was just time to heal, buff up, file my checkbook, and mentally prepare myself for what was coming next. Melodic came out using Toxic, educating me that I've never said most of these Pokemon names out loud.
Hey, Alpharad, if you need help learning how to pronounce them, I got you.
Little did they know, I could be toxic too. This fight went on for multiple minutes, but Mudkip eventually found himself a victory somehow. Surprisingly, this wasn't the end, but after using Ice Beam, Wish Catch was frozen, and at this point it was just heart of the cards from there. With Wallace attempting to hold the throne and not lose to a 10-year-old, he threw out Gyarados, but you already know how that went. So just like that, Mudkip single-handedly...
We'll finish the video, then I'll
became
talk.
the champion of Hoenn's Elite Four. It was a long journey, but his very fitting lonely nature led him to victory. A lot of people said that a Mudkip couldn't accomplish such a daunting task, but let this be a lesson to you. No matter how large the obstacle may be, if you believe in yourself, you can accomplish...
I like this because I know there's a joke coming.
...anything if you have a drugged-up fish with legs by your side.
There it is.
One thing that I thought was funny during the credits is that they really want to walk you down memory lane by showing you all the Pokemon you caught. And, so thanks for watching. This was definitely one of the more fun videos to make. It takes a bit longer to create than typical gameplay videos, but I'm down to make more if you guys want them. So let me know in the comments of any other arbitrary challenge you can think of, and be sure to follow Nova for doing all the animations, and be sure to like and subscribe while you're here. And I don't know if you know this about me, but I've always been bad at making outros, especially when reading from a script, so...
Okay, so... Very, very well executed. I'm very impressed. I think that, like... The ways and the little things that he did to complete the run I thought were super clever, such as wiping out to save himself time and to get the bright moveset. I thought that was Gigantabrain, and then also the way that he used Cast Form. I know the video's over and that attempting to fix the creature that has become my hair is not really... I'm not doing it for you, I'm doing it for me, okay? Alright? It's untamable. Anyway, I don't know. I really enjoyed that. I thought it was very interesting. I thought the ways in which he manipulated the game in his favor were really clever. I like that it wasn't super grinding heavy. Like, he didn't have a level 100. He didn't even need a level 100 Mudkip. Like, he was level 80 something by the end, I think. And yeah, like, he kind of just brute forced his way through it, and I thought that was really cool. Because it wasn't all brute force. It was strategic, like, when he needed to be strategic. It was like the optimal amount of strategy where, like, you don't have to be, you know, super optimal all the time if you're just strong enough that you don't have to. But when he needed to, like in the Elite Four, when he needed to buff up using the X items, and when he needed a better moveset, that's when he was really clever. And so I thought that was really cool, and a really cool approach. And yeah, it's cool that you can, you know, in theory, beat Pokemon Emerald with only the first Pokemon you catch. I guess technically you get Castform, but we're not going to count that against him because it's not his fault. Also, I didn't know Tate and Liza wouldn't let you challenge them without a second Pokemon. Yeah. So overall, I think that's really cool. I think it was extremely well done, and honestly, it's just a phenomenal. I mean, you don't expect anything less from Alpharad, but like, it's a phenomenal video. Like the cadence of it, the timing with the jokes, the animation is incredible as well. I'm gonna check out that animator because yeah, they're very, very skilled. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed that. It's a phenomenal video, and I'm glad I watched it again. I'm glad I got to share that with you guys in case anyone hasn't seen it. If you enjoyed this, make sure you like the original video. I'll link it down below and in the description. And yeah, let me know what you want to see next on the channel. I know a lot of people want gameplay videos. Truthfully, I just haven't really been feeling it, and I don't like to force myself to do things when I'm not feeling it. So I think when the DLC drops, we'll have more of those. But yeah, like, I have a couple teams still in the works, but yeah, at the moment I'm not going to force myself because I think that's going to lead to bad things in the long run. So yeah, there will be more gameplay videos, of course, but right now, especially since we have like a week until the DLC drops, just give me this week, okay? And then we'll have more gameplay. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Check out the original video, and goodbye.